Hi everyone, welcome to this month's Gosho passage study. We'll be covering passages from the Gosho, 3 Tripitaka masters pray for rain. The key learning theme from this Gosho is on the importance of Buddhist good friends. Now this is the passage we are studying from the opening passage of the Gosho. When lecturing on this Gosho, Ikeda Sensei gave the theme as be good friends who illuminate people's lives with compassion and wisdom. We shall bear this to heart when we study this Gosho. To do so fruitfully, we need to expand our study to include a few more passages and study them in the sequence as shown. With this, let's go into the background of the Gosho. Now, Nichiren Daishonin is thought to have composed this letter in 1275 while residing in Mao Minabu. It is addressed to the lay priest of Nishiyama who lived in Nishiyama village in Fuji district of Suruga province. We shall refer to him as Priest Nishiyama. Now, the Fuji district of Suruga province, where Nishiyama lived, was an area with many estates held by powerful members of the military government who are hostile to the Daishonin and his disciples. In spite of various kinds of pressure from the authorities, Nishiyama and other members of his family continued to strive in faith and supported the Daishonin. Amidst such trying times for his disciples, Nichiren Daishonin teaches Nishiyama to remain close to fellow practitioners who are good friends and to support and encourage each other. So the Daishonin wrote, "Therefore the best way to attain Buddhahood is to encounter a good friend. How far can our own wisdom take us? If we have even enough wisdom to distinguish hot from cold, we should seek out a good friend." Now, if we have studied the writing style of Nichiren Daishonin long enough, we can immediately conclude that Nishiyama must be a very self-reliant person that does not like to rely on anyone. Now, as a mentor who deeply understands his disciple, he wrote in such a manner to appeal to him to seek out and be united with others in such trying times. For any unintentional limitations on his part can mean a matter of life and death. It will then be too late for regrets. Now let's look at how unintentional limitations can mean the matter of life and death. I'd like you to imagine that you are the driver. Now watch the video and listen very carefully. Now up to this point, if you are the driver, after checking all that is necessary, do you proceed to drive off? Let's see what happens next. Now, did you all discover something shocking? Yes, these are called blind spots, things that are known to others but not yet known to us. I refer to them as our unintentional limitations. Hence, the Daishonin wrote, "How far can our own wisdom take us?" In no way is he looking down on his disciple. He wanted Nishiyama to understand that even to the best of our abilities, there will be situations we cannot control. Now, looking back at the situation, what do you think prevented the mishap? Yes, you heard it correctly. An outcry from the kid, which became a good reminder to the driver. Now, in Buddhism, we refer to people who provide good reminders as Buddhist good friends. They guide us towards good and the correct path of Buddhism or correct way of life. They are the important support we need to not fall into the three evil paths known as hell, hunger, and animality. Now, to paint the need to seek out good friends vividly, the Daishonin gave two examples. The first, he said, when a tree has been transplanted, though fierce wind may blow, it will not topple if it has a firm stake to hold it up. Even a feeble person will not stumble if those supporting him are strong. He also wrote, "But even a tree that has grown up in place may fall over if its roots are weak. A person of considerable strength, when alone, may fall down on an uneven path." Through these passages, the Daishonin hoped that his disciples can clearly see the benefit of having good friends. The Daishonin then continues, "But encountering a good friend is the hardest possible thing to do. Good friends are fewer than the specks of dirt one can pile on the fingernail." Now, at one glance, it seems that encountering good friends is all that is necessary. But is this true? I'm sure you agree that even in the presence of good friends, if we turn a deaf ear to their advice, we cannot benefit from their existence. So having a good friend seems to be only half of what is necessary. The other half must come from our willingness to listen to good advice and developing ourselves to have the capability to distinguish good advice from bad ones. By working on our blind spots and doing human revolution, then will good friends have positive impact in our life. We must be our own first protagonist. Now, since Buddhist good friends are so rare, what must we do to ensure that we benefit from every single one of them? Now, to do so, let's learn from the spirit of friends as represented by the Chinese character Peng. Now, with two moons of the same size written side by side, it represents the spirit of two individuals mirroring the virtues of each other. So, we must be our own first protagonist. We need to become a Buddhist good friend first to ourselves. Now, being a Buddhist good friend to ourselves means that we are serious about finding our life's purpose and always trying to show actual proof in life. Now, this will help us recognize anyone who is sincere in helping us easily. It will also attract good friends naturally into our life. Just like the driver who is serious about his responsibility, the child instantly becomes his good friend. Now, on the spirit of seeking actual proof, Ikeda Sensei said, "Our three successive presidents of the Soka Gakkai can be said to be the forerunners of good friends. The mentor and disciples of Soka have placed utmost importance on actual proofs of faith while advancing Kosen Rufu." Sensei continues, "The fact that the Soka Gakkai has realized worldwide Kosen Rufu by spreading the Daishonin Buddhism to 192 countries and territories across the globe, by transcending all differences, is the greatest proof that the Soka Gakkai is an organization that accords with the Buddha's intent and decree." Now, to make every good friend in our lives count, we must also become a Buddhist good friend to others. Now, we all have our own imperfections. Through experiencing the difficulty of conveying the best of our interests to others, we will learn to better reciprocate the kind efforts of others towards us. Now, we will also be able to view any shortcomings in a different light with the spirit of single-mindedly aspiring to see the Buddha. Now, with this, I'd like to provide my own interpretation of the following story. Now, here, Ananda asked Shakyamuni, if having good friends and advancing together is attaining half the Buddha's way. Now, Shakyamuni replied that it is not half the Buddha's way, but all the Buddha's way. Now, why is this so? In fact, there is a difference in emphasis towards good friends for Shakyamuni's case. For Ananda's case, having good friends is the first criteria. It's like saying that only if we have the right support to start with, we can then have a better chance towards victory. Now, for Shakyamuni's case, even in the absence of good friends, we should strive to become the Buddhist good friend ourselves with the indomitable spirit of transforming even the negative influences of evil friends into positive functions, and set the example to lead all others to victory. It is this indomitable spirit that will bring forth complete victory. Hence, in the Gosho, the actions of the devotee of the Lotus Sutra, with the same indomitable spirit, the Daishonin wrote, Devadatta was the foremost good friend to the Tascam one Shakyamuni. He continues, in this age as well, it is not one's allies, but one's powerful enemies who assist one's progress. Now we know this to be true because we often hear in Soka Gakkai's testimony sharing, people share that their greatest potential are being brought forth to shine in the face of adversities and adversaries. And by refusing to be defeated, they achieve victories that they themselves cannot initially imagine. And their testimonies then go on to inspire others to break through in their circumstances as well. So to conclude today's sharing, I'd like to share a guidance from Ikeda Sensei. Now Ikeda Sensei says, the Soka Gakkai is an organization where good friends strive in mutual encouragement. The function of good friends is to protect practitioners so that they may carry out a peaceful and secure practice. It is also to encourage each other in practice and to show them the correct teachings of Buddhism and direct them towards good. In other words, all of you, the leaders of Kosen-Rufu, who guide and point the way towards Kosen-Rufu, the Gohonzon, the mystic law, and to the path of enlightenment, encouraging others to do Gongyo, chant Daimoku, attend meetings, and read and study the Gosho, are noble and victorious good friends. Now, thank you, good friends, for listening.